that obviously has no source in the Torah, but not even in the Talmud. And that is the fact that King David was born on Shavuot. The Jewish nation received the gift of King David on Shavuot.
Where is that sourced? Yeah, it's not.
The good books. We're told that that's the reason we read the book of Ruth on Shavuot. She was his great-great-great-grandmother. Now, King David is without question the most misunderstood personality by those who don't have an appreciation for the oral law, and those who just read the prophets on their own. They see him primarily as a warrior into his ego, as they put it, a dubious love life. To understand who King David was, in all honesty, it's difficult for us to imagine. He compiled and wrote he compiled all of and wrote a lot of the Psalms, the Tehillim. This means a human being wrote something that Hashem gave a seal of approval on and said, yes, this is Torah. I mean, that's something. His greatness was such that he was chosen that all legitimate kings of the Jewish nation would have to be his descendants. So the book of Ruth really gives us the background information to understand what is the root of royalty.
What is the root?
The root of royalty, yes. Yeah, Rus was a convert. She was initially married as a non-Jewish to the son of one of the leaders who left his people because there was famine. He left Israel, he went to the Moabites, and his sons intermarried. And they both died. So it begins with the rejection of a leadership that does not take responsibility for its people.
He was a Jewish leader?
Yes,
For like one of the Shavits, or
he was one of the Shoftim. He was the leader in his day. He was the leader of the Jewish nation. Avimelech. Then we get the other side. Rus comes to join the Jewish people, despite the fact that she's living in poverty. And Providence had it that she finds herself collecting leket and shikha. The Torah commands us that when you harvest your field, anything that's left behind, you can't go back to take it. You have to leave it for the poor. So what she was living on was collecting the leftovers, the forgotten stuff. In the field of Boaz, who was one of the later Shoftim. And he goes out of his way to be kind to her, because she's a convert. Tells her that she can take whatever she wants, that she should go eat with his workers. Till her mother-in-law suggests that she asks Boaz to marry her.
Who's your mother-in-law?
The wife of Avimelech, Naomi. I mean, mother-in-law. The father of the Jew that married her when she wasn't Jewish. The mother of the Jew who married her when she wasn't Jewish.
And he died?
He died. And he agrees. And from that came royalty. So the leadership that abandoned the nation lost its leadership, and the children died. And then this combination, the convert together with her husband, was the leader of the Jewish nation, and agreed to marry a convert, a poor convert who was collecting the leftovers in his field. Agrees to marry her. That helped create the house of David. Those are the roots of the house of David. So even though royalty is something that's inherited, you can mess it up, or you can create it. These are the roots of King David. The poor convert and the leader who marries her.
What's in that combination?
The roots of leadership.
Like what?
Convert meaning coming of your own. I want to be part of this. And then Boaz marrying her, where he's willing to put himself out for this poor convert and actually marry her. He was all the way up there. Why should he be marrying this convert who's going and collecting the leftovers in his field?
Why did he marry her like out of goodwill to her?
She asked him to. She asked him to marry her, because this way she won't be poor anymore. Simple. It's the way the psukim presented. Here's this poor convert. She says, "Marry me, take care of me." He was a wealthy landowner. You see, on the one hand, there's so much in the Jewish nation that's about lineage. I mean, face it, we're Jews because of Abraham. Royalty is limited to the house of David. So what do you think that is? Not fair. We're shown here there was leadership. They didn't take responsibility for the nation. They're gone. On the other hand, is wanting to be part of the nation, caring for the unfortunate and the less fortunate. That's what creates royalty. And that's what King David is all about. When, after King David bought Jerusalem, conquered, he brought the ark here. And he celebrated. It says he was dancing. He was dancing there. And one of his wives, after he comes home, is all upset at him. You degraded yourself. The king is dancing? Dancing like I've seen the story, dancing. And she says every maidservant in the nation saw the king dancing. And King David tells them, yes, I danced before Hashem. And these maidservants, that's what they have respect for. Even as being a warrior was not a matter of being bloodthirsty. It was responsibility. He risked his life. It was strength of character. When everyone else gave up, he just came. His royalty in the Jewish nation means responsibility. Care, responsibility. The king is not this big fat guy that everyone honors. He's the most responsible person in the nation. King David's Psalms are supposed to express every feeling a Jew can ever have. In any situation you're ever in, there's a psalm for you. You gotta find it. You know, that's the person whose songs to Hashem became Torah. Yes, the purpose of the book of Ruth is to let us know the origins of royalty in the Jewish nation begin with a convert and being willing to marry this poor girl, even though Boaz was the leader, simply to provide for her. That's what creates leadership. Leadership is taking responsibility. Leadership is caring. Leadership is not living in an ivory tower. Yeah. Okay.